Hey guys, wanted to do another shave review. Today I'm going to be reviewing kind of a newer artisan on this scene. He's only been around for a couple years maybe, but pretty popular. Regiment shaving soap. This is one of the soaps that I picked up at Big Shave West 3. It's called ZONK. This is a tallow soap, and the ZONK, let me just adjust my camera. The ZONK is, if I remember correctly, the scent is amber, citrus, and woods. It smells good. It smells like cologne. It smells like a cologne. It smells like a cologne I would want to wear. Because I like amber, and of course, you know, who doesn't like citrus? I think it was grapefruit or something like that. And then woods. So I've already lathered it up. It's good stuff. I shaved my throat. You can see it lathers up quite nicely. I'm using my Maggard Granite big synthetic knot. I guess it's a soft style knot. Already cleaned up around my beard and my throat, but I'm going to do my head shave now. Wet it down a little bit. What I'm shaving with today, this is a kind of a frankenrazor. It's a replated post-war tech head with a Rod George aluminum handle on it. I think they look great. When I first started using them, I had a couple issues with alignment. With a thicker head, like a Maggard head, or like a Edwin Jagger, or Mueller, you know, the bigger Zamak heads, the alloy heads, I didn't have a problem with alignment. But with a thin head like a tech, I was having some problems with alignment. So I talked to Rod. He was great customer service, more than willing to listen to me. I sent him a tech to use with the handles, because he was like, I don't have any experience with those, and he understood what I meant. Sent me some replacement handles. They work great, and I felt like I was kind of getting the better end of the deal. So I told him to keep the tech, because it was a pre-war tech. I'd had it for a while. You know, it was a user grade. It was in good condition. No real plate loss or anything like that, but it wasn't, you know, the nicest tech. And told him to keep it, because he's a really nice guy, and I think he's got a good thing going right now, doing the brass handles and the aluminum handles and all different stuff. So he's a nice guy. So if you're looking for aftermarket handles, consider Rod George. He's around on the Facebook forums, and really nice guy. I met him at Big Shave West 3. He had a whole selection of handles, and I tried some out, and they're really good. I've got 3 so far. Right now I've got 3, and they work nice. We sorted out the issue with the tech heads. They just need to make sure they're flat on the end where the socket is, where it fits into where it threads. See that? These are nice and straight. Just flat and fit flush, because as a thinner head, it relies a little bit more on the top cap threading evenly, and when it presses down, it's got to be level with the bottom of the base plate. Or I was having some alignment issues where like one side would shave and the other side just wouldn't. Like one edge of the blade, I just wasn't getting any skin contact or face contact. It was really weird. But we sorted it out. And like I said, Rod was more than receptive. He's still figuring things out, but I think he's got a really good thing going, the way that he uses a not a Dremel, or not a Dremel, like a drill press to, just going to dip my tips. He uses a drill press to shape his handles out of the aluminum and the brass. So, really good. Interesting method. They're not just machined or cast. He actually does it all by hand with files and hammers, and I've got a few. I've got one that's got like a hammered texture to it that's really sharp. I just use it all the time. I like that look. Okay, lathered up. I've got a Ladas blade in here. If you haven't used these, they're pretty good. I think they're above kind of the mid-range balance between sharpness and smoothness. They're a little sharper than they are smooth, but I enjoy using them. This is a fresh blade, by the way. What? I'm going to do 2 passes today. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to. Now. It's nice and easy. Light, super feather light touch. Don't want any nicks. On the sides and the top, I just kind of go front to back. It's not exactly against the grain on the sides, but it gets nice and close. And then I just do a little touch-up. Can't do it in the mirror, or can't do it in the camera. I need the mirror to be able to see my... Just to do that fine work right there by the top of my sideburns, I need a little better view than the camera. Just remember, nice light touch. I like these Ladas blades. They're not like feather sharp by any stretch, but they're good. They kind of remind me of the maybe a Gillette Silver Blue, or maybe a Persona Lab Blue. I think they kind of remind me of the Persona Lab Blue. Which can be had for a good price. Okay. I haven't noticed any irritation with this soap, which is good, because I would hate to give up on a good soap that I enjoy the scent of, and I know that they make good performing soap. But occasionally I get some irritation. I suspect it's from fragrance oils. And it's disappointing, but it happens. I've gotten it specifically from pineapple. I know that one for sure. And then I recently got some irritation from, dang it, I forget the name of the soap maker. I gave the soap to Stephanie because she doesn't really have that. She's got like allergies to like lanolin and stuff like that. So, dang it, I forgot what that soap was. Well, regardless. I remember it was something I was excited to try. And when I got that burn, I was just really disappointed because it smelled really nice. And I wanted to use it. But that's what happens. I'm not going to blame the soap maker for, my issues. Because my issues are my issues. Why would I blame a soap maker that makes a soap that 99 out of 100 people can use? I'm just going to piff it or usually piff it and move on. I mean, I know it was good. I got a good shave out of it. It just broke me out. So, do what you got to do. Move on to try something else. This is a very slick soap. I've got a couple days growth, so I'm going to do another pass on my head. Just to smooth things out a little bit more. Let me get this going again. I like this Maggard brush. It shed a little bit when I first got it. Occasionally I'll lose a little bristle, a little hair. But overall, it's been a great brush. It's very, very similar to the Razor Rock Monster, the Sterling Kong, any of those standard, like plus soft brushes. Very, very similar. Got it. Lather it up. Okay. I think I'm going to follow my same pattern and just go front to back. Gets it plenty close for me, just doing 2 passes like this. Saves me time. I'm going through the same shaving pattern. I don't really need to think about it. And if it's good enough, very, very close to a BBS, then I just do some touch-up. I'm going to go from the center to the sides just to get a little closer on my neck. Because where my hair grows on my neck. Like I said, this soap is very slick. Once you dial it in, I think most people would be more than happy with the performance of this soap. And then a little closer right here. Same thing on the other side, just to make sure I get everything. I follow a pattern on my head that I'm familiar with, mostly because, you know, when I can't see, I want to follow the uniform pattern every time. I think that's good. To get perfectly smooth on the back of my head is kind of tough everywhere. Requires a little bit of touch-up, but I'm not that worried about it. More concerned with it just being comfortable. No irritation to speak of. Just want it to be smooth. As long as I've got a nice sharp blade in the tack, which is a very mild razor, sometimes you have to struggle to find the blade angle on the curves of the head, the contours and stuff. But overall, it's a good razor for me to shave my head. So I'm going to pause it, I'm going to do some cleanup, and I'll be right back for some aftershave stuff. Okay, got all cleaned up. I don't think I got any nicks. I got a little one right here on my throat. It was just barely nothing. Just enough for me to notice. So I'm going to hit it all with some Lucky Tiger. Head and face and throat. Since this is a citrus soap, I don't think you can ever go wrong with Lucky Tiger. I don't think you can go wrong with Lucky Tiger anyway, but might as well keep the theme going. You know, if I use a soap that's got lavender in it, or rose, or menthol, I'll use like Thayer's. But if it's citrus, I'll either use, usually, there's a couple different, like aloe, witch hazily type products I like to use. Kind of a toner. I'll use Thayer's, I'll use the Shea, what's it called? Shea Moisture. It's got eucalyptus and stuff like that in it. And I'll use, of course, Lucky Tiger, and then Thayer's lemon for citrus. That's good. Good stuff. And I'm going to chase that Lucky Tiger with some stuff. I don't use that often, but I got it in a gift pack for cologne and stuff like that. It's Kenneth Cole's signature aftershave balm. I just like the scent. Yeah. It smells really good to me. Not a lot. Just goes on nice and clear. Yeah, nice balm for after shave. Oh. Moisturizing my beard a little bit. My beard tends to get dry in the summertime, so moisturize a little bit. Well, that's it. This is another knock right out of the park for Regiment. I don't know how he comes up with this scent, but this scent is delicious. Amber, citrus, amber grapefruit, I believe it was, and woods. Delicious. So if you have a chance, try some Regiment. They got great barbershop scent. They've got a nice, very good lime scent. They've got one that's kind of a fougere. I think it's called Fiddler's Green. It's kind of reminiscent of Green Irish Tweed. They got a bunch of different scents. So give them a try. And I hope you guys all have good shaves, and hope you have a good 4th family. Everyone stay safe, no drunk driving, come back with all your fingers and toes, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.